Have you ever started your week and planned on doing the tasks that you need to complete, for example, going to the gym or, creating a meal plan or creating a schedule, but you planned on doing that later on in the week? So, for example, you need to get 2 or 3 gym sessions done, but you're going to do it at the weekend. And then once them days come towards the end of the week, or even more so towards the end of the day, life gets in the way and you don't really have the time to get it done. Don't worry, I've been there, we've all been there, and it's actually quite a common theme, and is ultimately also the reason as to why people don't get the shit done that they need to do consistently. Because the thing is, if you wait until later on, the end of the week, the end of the day, to get the shit done that you need to do, then there's more likelihood that life is going to get in the way and throw things at you which you need to do. For example, you probably need to go and see family, or a friend pops up to you and says, do you want to go out for tea? Or more often than not, most Sundays, you're probably hungover. And therefore, you don't feel in the best health to actually go to the gym, despite the fact that you said that you would on the Sunday. So to counteract this, there's something that I quite like to tell the people that I coach. If it's your job to eat a frog every single week, it's probably going to be in your best interest to eat that frog at your earliest convenience. Basically, what this means is if you've got a certain task that you need to complete or certain things that you need to do, it's most likely going to be in your best interest to do these tasks earlier rather than later. Because if you do them earlier rather than later, then you don't really have the anxiety and the stress of waiting to get these things done. And also, if you do get them done earlier, then you don't really have to worry about doing them for the rest of the week because they've already been completed. Additionally, if life does get in the way later on in the week, as I said, if your friends want to see you, if you need to see family, or you aren't in best health towards the end of the week, then it doesn't really matter because you've already got all the shit done that you need to do earlier rather than later. So start planning on doing the stuff that you need to do earlier in the week rather than planning to do it later. But every now and then there will be a time where you can only get the shit done that you need to do later on in the week, and that's absolutely fine. But for the majority of the time, try and get them done sooner rather than later, because once you've got them done, you can literally just relax for the rest of the week because it's already been sorted, and you won't have that anxiety of the build up to it. And once again, if life gets in the way, who cares, because you've already got it done. Ideally, get your gym sessions done sooner in the week rather than later in the week. Go food shopping sooner in the week rather than later in the week. Try and get your steps done earlier in the day rather than later in the day. Getting all the shit done that you need to do sooner rather than later is going to be so helpful for both your stress, your consistency, and actually getting the shit done that you need to do. And remember, if it's your job to eat 2 frogs every single week, it's most likely going to be in your best interest to eat the biggest one first. Basically, if you've got a few tasks that you need to complete throughout the week, it's most likely going to be in your best interest to get the biggest, most daunting task done first, because that way the subsequent tasks won't feel as bad. They'll actually feel much easier because you've already got the biggest and most daunting one done first. I hope that helps and I hope that makes sense. And if you did like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you've got any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to catch any more, make sure that you're either following me or subscribe to me. Peace.